Yo, hey guys, Bleaks here. I'm gonna give you guys an update on the CI HoWA Juggernaut Molten Strike character. So let's get right into it. So if we look at our character here, I'm gonna go over some of the updates. Last build guide we did, we were at 95. Now we're 97. This is our current attributes. Intellect 946, Strength 408, Dex 334. A couple things we want to look to do, and I'll also talk about what we have done. We've moved up our Salopian Coil from 14% attributes to a 15, so that's nice. Our Wise Oak, we've moved it up to 15 as well, just kind of getting some of these rolls a little more perfect. We're thinking about replacing our Hand of Wisdom in action to get the 9% increased dex up to 12%, so we're currently at 309. If we add another 3%, it'll give us like another, I think it's 16 dexterity. I did the calculations. It's like enough to hit the break point to get one more attack speed. With the dex, we get a little more, what is it, melee physical damage, which isn't really a big deal. I guess we could probably just not even worry about it. So maybe we won't even worry about it. We're still looking for better rings, just like this, except with the lightning roll. Same on this one. We do have a lightning roll, but it's like, it's tier 1. Or the lowest tier, tier 9. So want to look to upgrade those at some point. One thing we have done though is we've divined our ring to go down from 44 cold to 42 cold, and we were able to replace one of our jewels in the tree with 12 cold, 12 lightning, and that perfectly balanced our resist for Wise Oak, our overcap. So this is, so the way it's calculated on the overcap amount. So this is 80. So the overcap is actually 111, just in case any of you guys didn't know. So now we're completely capped with Wise Oak. We decided to drop Vessel of Vinctar so we can get a Topaz Flask and have this up all the time. We were just finding that Vinctar wasn't up very often. Since it uses almost 60 charges, it's very rare. It is super good for mapping though. You could still run this, but if you're doing bosses, you're doing some delve, like the little stuff you don't really have to worry about. It's really the bosses that's going to kill your character. So we decided to swap out from Vessel of Vinctar to Topaz Flask. It also allows us to have Topaz up as much as possible, which is really good for us, especially when using Wise Oak or Taste of Hate, because what would end up happening is you would activate all your flask, and then they would all run out, and then you go for the second wave, and they'd all activate except for Vinctar's, which would make it where your lightning was actually your lowest resist. So here, I'll show you guys right here. So lightning would be your lowest resist, so you wouldn't actually get the damage penetration from the Vinctar's, which is really annoying. And you also wouldn't get it from the Wise Oak because your elements were out of sync. So going to a flask that does 2 uses instead of just 1 is really going to help us out as far as penetration. We'll always have this 15% instead of sometimes having the 25% over here. We'll always have this 15. It also lets us use Taste of Hate, so we get the trinity of resist flask, which just gives us a huge amount of physical damage mitigation. And also if we activate, we do get a decent amount of damage. You see we're at 87,000 DPS here instead of 86. Not a big deal. You don't really need it for the damage. I got a 19 roll just because I wanted resale value, but you could easily get a lower roll, basically the cheapest you can get. We messed around with roomies at one point. We were using this flask setup, which is also viable. The roomies, we got a 20% 9 that gives us 32, but we were using, instead of Cold Snap, we were using Tempest Shield. And when Tempest Shield would proc with our roomies up, we would have 55 physical block chance, which was really good. And if we look at it, our armor actually goes up as well with the granite. So we have 9k armor here, and it gives us 2% of the 9k. So we have 9397 times 0.02. This is the amount of ES we would get on block, which is pretty low. 200. It's probably often that we're taking over a 200 hit, so it's not really that beneficial to have 200 per block. So with the roomies, it was kind of nice because it one brought you up to 16,000, and two brought you up to 52% with the Tempest Shield. So if we're at, let me look at it again, 16,177. So 16,177 times 0.2, it gives us 300 on block, which is just way better than the 200 on block, of course. But end of the day, we found out that neither was really that good, so we ended up dropping it. We're just going to go with the non-RNG fizz reduction in the form of Taste of Hate, just a flat 20% goes to cold. Our cold is still at 80% max, so this physical reduction really helps out. And we just decided to, drop Vinktars to make our stuff smoother. So dropping that kind of stuff. We've also replaced some jewels, just getting some really good like 3 prop jewels. Like if we look at this one here, we have 3 tier 1s with the tier 1 lightning resist, tier 1 ES. We may look to exalt this at some point because I believe it's exalt worthy. This one we have the tier 1 lightning, tier 2 energy shield, and another damage roll. Perfectly fine. Same with the this last abyss jewel. Tier 1 lightning, tier 2 energy shield, and another damage roll. It's not the best. We'll continue to look to upgrade these. We end up getting a fertile mind with minion damage. So we don't have any minions, but the 5% minion damage actually works with spiritual aid. We can extra 5% to our damage. That's nice there. We're looking for more 4 prop regular jewels, especially one with percent energy shield. So we have some okay ones. These two are like really shine, but this one is a little lacking. It just helps fixes our wise oak and gives us a little bit of damage, a little bit of energy shield. We would ideally like to have either attributes with it or some kind of attack speed. What else have we changed? What do we want to look to do? We want to look to get a corrupted Hand of Wisdom in action with like local percent attack speed. Give us a lot of free attack speed, bringing us from 1.7 attacks per, or 1.6 attacks per second to 1.7. So really looking to do that. We can reroll our helm some more. This is a helm we crafted after we bought the base with the Molten Strike enchant. So we used the fossil craft. We used dense fossil and metallic fossils, and we would just basically keep re-rolling until we had the -9 to lightning resist, and this one ended up having decent energy shield, so we kept it for now. But we spent about 2 exalts worth of fossils crafting this, and at one point we had a 250 with -9 lightning. We kept that for a little while, and then we spent some more money and got to this one. But all in all, those 2 crafts, about 2x worth of chaos, buying and selling fossils. Still looking to potentially upgrade our amulet. We can use like a rare Shaper amulet with just a bunch of attributes and then turn into a talisman. Hopefully we get the increased attribute talisman. But it's kind of niche. You could just continue to use this, and we'll probably will have this for a long time. Same with the shield. The effect isn't worthless. It's still good. A bunch of small stuff attacking you. You can just kind of stand there, take the damage. So the effect is still great. It's just it's a little lacking. You might be able to rock like a 400 energy shield and have a lot better time, or if you can get like a Shaper or Elder shield, I forget which one it is, that has the whenever you block you get 5% of your ES, because we are not getting 5% of our ES. If we were to get 5% of our ES, it would be 9716 times 0.05. We'd be getting 485 on block instead of the 200 or 300 when using the armor and the roomies. So that's an option, but it's going to be hard to find that shield because you're going to need a lot of good prefixes to get high energy shield. You're going to need, I think this is a suffix, the percent on block to get energy shield, and you're probably also going to need increased block chance because this has 32 block. Regular Titan shield's only going to have 25, so you probably want to get a shield with additional block, hopefully get up to like 30. And then I don't think it's worth like using any jewels to get block. It just doesn't seem like enough. So it's kind of up to you if you want to drop block or not. We may experiment with it, but we like it enough to keep Aegis for now. We may look to change it. It's potentially on the cutting block. There are some other stuff you could do with like boots. You can always get more ES. I really like the movement speed and onslaught on kill, but you could find like a triple prefix energy shield with int, with dex and quality or strength and quality or strength and int, something like that. We just ended up needing, you know, some resist on it as well. Sloping coil, we can upgrade this to have increased intellect and strength. That would be the best. We don't really want percent dex because it doesn't really do a lot for us. That's probably why we're not going to upgrade this at all. Oh, we're selling stuff. Trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much it. And then we'll start capping out the character. There are some other things you could do. Like if you don't want to get the 5% minion damage, you could get immune to hinder, which is kind of decent. Another thing we also need to do is we need to finish upgrading our Pantheon, Soul Lunaris, and Soul of Arakari. I'm really looking at this node, and I think it's going to be really good for us at some point, especially for bossing. We can use Capture the Queen of the Great Tangle, and we just won't use Blood Rage during like a boss, and whenever we stop taking damage, our recharge and our regen is just going to go through the roof, and really looking forward to doing that. Also still need to get the reduced cold damage if you've been hit recently. So that's our build currently. What else have we done? We've basically reshaped some of our Atlas strategies. We were using Underground Sea, but now we've been just going for Toxic Sewer, which is kind of nice. It just uses 3 white sextants and 1 gold sextant. Underground Sea was using 2 white sextants, 2 gold sextants. At some point we'll do all the maps. We'll do the Guardians again to completion. We'll buy a, what is it, Perandus Manor, but they're kind of expensive. And we'll get a Vault Temple and we'll complete it. We'll get our 5th sextant. And we'll be able to use like either this sextant here or this sextant here. It should be really juiced up. Toxic Sewer is really nice because since we're melee and the way our spread works, if you're in tight corridors like Toxic Sewer, it's super nice for clearing. And with that, we've just been using Gilded Sulfite Scarabs to get a bunch of sulfite, and we go and hang out in the mines as much as possible. So anyway, guys, that's basically the update with the character. We have a couple of other things. Well, I guess there's a little more to talk about. There's a couple other things we want to do. We're thinking about swapping out Blood Rage here and putting in like a Grace, Vault Grace. So it would get the increased duration, recolor our shield, put Blood Rage over there. I decided not to use Tempest Shield. And then we still have the old setup where we're using Cold Snap just for the chill and the 19% increased effective chill. I mean, technically, if we kill monsters in the radius of the Cold Snap, we get Frenzy Charges. So it's not worthless. It's just, if we're using Blood Rage, we're getting Frenzy Charges anyway. So how good is Cold Snap? It does do chill automatically, which is nice, but I'm just not super sold on it. You could also just use a portal if you want to go portal. It's portal. It's like, portal's good. It's very useful, but it's really not hard to buy portal scrolls. I just want something else that does a little more for my character. So that's pretty much it with the build. We're actually not using Lightning Pin right now. We're using Ink AoE just to clear things faster. It's been working out fine in the Delve. I think we have plenty of damage even with Ink AoE, so we're at 86. With Lightning Pin, I don't think it actually changes much. Yeah, 87, because it's not reflected on the tooltip. Conk Effect, we're at, really? It's still 86? Oh, it doesn't update it? Okay, well, it would update it. It just doesn't do it in-game on the tooltip. So, anyway, that's our current setup for the build. We may experiment with the Grace and whatnot, but let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to drop a comment. I try to respond to everything, and just let me know if you enjoy these kind of videos. We'll continue to put out more updates on this character as we go for level 100. I still plan on doing that. And yeah, let me know if there's some other videos you guys would like to see, and I'll see you guys next time.